Model of energy flows in an atom based on the assumptions of object geometry. The standard model in physics does not describe gravity. However, according to the assumptions of object geometry, gravity can be a source of energy for strong, magnetic, electric, and weak interactions. The assumptions of object geometry are listed at the end of the article. During the free fall of an object with mass m, in the gravitational field of the Earth, the force F acts on it all the time. The source of the force F is the gravitational interaction between the falling object and the Earth. It is proportional to the gravity constant, the mass of mutually attracting objects, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. The acting force F increases the energy of a freely falling object. There is no conversion of potential into kinetic energy. Potential energy only expresses the increase in kinetic energy in the object as it falls. In 1 second, an object weighing 1 kilogram will increase its energy by about 48 watts while free falling in the Earth's gravitational field. This is a lot. However, compared to the total energy stored in a 1 kilogram object, this is imperceptibly little. The energy, calculated from the formula for mass energy equivalence, is almost 9 times 10 to the 16th power. The comparison of these two energies shows that if an object weighing 1 kilogram is subjected to a constant force F for 42 million years, its mass will increase by 1 kilogram. But what happens to the energy of an object when it hits Earth? He is still affected by the constant force of gravity F, but he does not gain energy in the three-dimensional space of the object Earth system. The acting force, F, does not cause its displacement in relation to the Earth. It is different in spacetime. Due to the force of gravity F, the object continues to move in the fourth dimension along the time axis. This means that in spacetime, as a result of the force of gravity F, the energy of objects that attract each other increases all the time. This is not against the principle of conservation of energy, as it only applies to isolated objects. For gravitational interactions, it cannot be preserved because of their universality. In object-oriented geometry, the action of the force of gravity falls within the definition of consolidation. Gravity is the result of the action of the consolidation properties of energy stored in the actions of possibility M, center O, of each object. The consolidation action is a continuous source of new energy in the facility. This is despite the fact that the vectors of the consolidation forces within the object cancel out, but the energies they provide add up. The energy stored in the facility is the source of the consolidation power. The value of the consolidation force is strongly proportional to the energy density limited by the boundary conditions of the object. Consolidation should cause the object to collapse to zero singularity. However, this is not the case. As a result of its operation, the accumulated energy in the activities of the object's capabilities M moves inside it and further towards the shore, until it is stopped by it. This action shows the inertia of the energy flow. It results from the limited speed of propagation of the activities of the possibility of M in the site O. It is the speed of light. The inertia is that the energy moving in the action of the possibility M precedes the consolidation action of the rest of the energy in the object. The inertia of the moving energy in the actions of possibility M prevents the object from collapsing to the zero singularity. The extent of these displacements determines the boundary conditions of the object. In an object, such as the nucleus of an atom, the energy density is very high. The action of consolidation is a strong impact. It defines its boundary conditions. The accumulated energy in the activities of possibility M can only take quantized values. Between these values, an entanglement object is stored. This means that the different nuclei of atoms are objects of different energy accumulated in the actions of their M abilities. The increasing energy of the object increases consolidation, and this tightens the boundary conditions, causing its rotation. The rotation of the object arranges the energy movement in the activities of the possibility M. Two poles arise. In one of them, the energy stream flows inside the object. In the opposite extreme, it flows outside the object. The orderly flow of energy is the source of an object's magnetic field. The poles of objects with the opposite direction of energy flow attract each other. On the other hand, the poles of objects with the same energy flow direction repel each other. The forces generated by the magnetic dipoles of objects order their mutual orientation. Objects of this type are assigned to spin one another. The energy accumulated in the activities of the possibilities of M objects can assume quantized values. Entanglement is accumulated in between these values in the object. It can return to the object in a superposition from the entanglement object, increasing the energy by a quantized amount and changing the effect of its M capability. The abrupt change of the energy stored in the object increases the consolidation effect and changes its magnetic field. A jump change in the magnetic field induces an electric field which separates the positive charge from the negative one. As a result of superposition, the possibilities of operation of M of the existing object change and a new object of the electron type is created. The positive charge remains on the surface of the existing object. Its repulsive action prevents it from collapsing. The repulsive force of the positive charge accumulated on the surface of the object is powered by the energy of the magnetic field, which is the consolidation of the energy stored in the object. A stable object is created, the nucleus of an atom and a new electron-type object. An electron-type object has, its boundary conditions, the energy accumulated in the actions of possibility M, a negative electric charge. The negative electric charge and the magnetic field prevent it from collapsing. The energy needed to generate the repulsive force between negative electric charges is derived from the energy generated by the attraction force between the positive charge of the atomic nucleus and the negative one of the electron, and from the consolidation of the energy stored in the electron object. An object of the electron type creates with the object the nucleus of the atom, and a stable object, the atom. It has its own entanglement-type object. It collects energy between superpositions to the next energy levels. It also collects in the own medium information about the action of the entangled possibilities of the M object atoms. Coming back to the electron object. It has many times less energy than the nucleus of an atom. Its electric charge is distributed over a larger area. This favors the fusion of electrons into larger objects. Electrons from the electron shells of adjacent atoms form a common electron-type object. Inside it, the consolidation of the stored energy and the magnetic field it produces. It is a weak interaction. It arranges and connects neighboring atoms into stable structures. Moreover, an electron-type object, common to the weakly bonded structure, can transfer energy within its boundary conditions. The energy stored in it can move inside the object at the speed of light. This enables the transfer of energy in a structure bonded by a common electron-type object. We call this energy flow an electric current. The M possibilities of an electron-type object are quantized. The energy in between is stored in an entanglement-type object. As a result of superposition to a new energy level, the possibilities of the operation of M of the existing electron-type object change and a new photon-type object is created. In the superposition of the photon object, the target object is determined, to which the energy transmitted by it is to reach. Its boundary conditions determine the path along which the action of its M capability in the O center will travel. It travels at the speed of light, measured in a photon-type object system. The energy that moves along the object, the photon, is consolidated by the energy accumulated in the objects passing by. The shape of the object, the photon, is not a straight line, but adapts to the objects encountered along the way. Photon-type objects transport energy over long distances, supplying energy to other objects at their destination. The model of energy flows needed to power the strong, magnetic, electric and weak interactions has been described on the basis of the assumptions of object geometry. The following assumptions were made in the object geometry. The object is a spacetime bounded by boundary conditions. There is an O center common to all facilities. The O-center is an unlimited spacetime collection of information about the operation of the M capabilities of all objects. The actions of the capabilities of the M-center O in the spacetime of the object move at the speed of light. The energy accumulated in the activities of the capability M of the O-center, limited by the boundary conditions of the object, has the property of consolidation. Entanglement-type object collects in the O-center information about the operation of the entangled possibilities M of objects. Entanglement limits the effect of an object's M capability as specified in the entanglement instruction. Superposition determines new objects by instructing them to operate their M abilities and the energy from the entangled object.